That's a very candid answer for myself. Annette. You are with Mr. Boydson's campaign. I've seen you at every one, usually wearing a button. Not tonight, though. Go ahead.
I'm not wearing a button tonight,
Okay.
actually. I do
You look dressed down without Mr. Boydson's
I do
button.
support Tim Ben
Strongly. I
Boydston
think you're his manager.
and
Go ahead.
David Gawney for
I know you
election.
do.
But speaking of fair elections and term limits for incumbents, every single election, you've had quite a few fair election campaign violations and complaints filed against you consistently over the years since you've been a politician here in Santa Clarita. What do you have to say about that?
Well, just like I told Tim Ben you were going to ask this question, I'll look to Tim Ben. Tim Ben, you know Mr. McFarland last time reported that I supported Lori Ender. Lori Ender ended up winning the campaign. Mr. McFarland came to me and said, Frank, there's a law that came into effect. I was not aware of the law. I self-reported. Every single time I'm aware of an issue, I self-report. I let the FPPC make a decision. Did I do something correct or not? What he's referring to, FPPC wrote me back a letter, did not fine me, did not suspend me. They said, please do not do it again. I won't do it again. It's that simple. And so do I follow the rule? Yes, but there's also a million rules, and my job is to be an educator, and we don't have full-time campaign staff. I do it because I love this community, love this city. I am not an FPPC attorney following this stuff daily. So when I brought to my attention that I did something I wasn't aware of, I call the FPPC, look, I was told this is an issue, isn't an issue. I report it. They said it wasn't an issue, not to do it again. I'm not going to do it again. It was clear. Does someone want to ask? Annette, there you go.
Okay. I'm the first to admit that I had a real error of my ways when I was asking for Valley Calgrove to be open. I've worked with the people of Benz. I've worked with the people of Linda Vista Canvas. When we were trying to open that road, Marcia told me, you don't know what's coming. I believe her now because, number one, we would have ruined those people's quality of life, and it would have given another access for Smizer property, which you know did not ever come to the council, but we were we were very concerned that Smizer property was going to have 2.6 million square feet of development on it. That's like putting a mall right next to our homes. So in my mind, I'm so glad I saw the error of my ways. And would you open that road again today?
No, I mean, Annette, you and I met many times in that debate. My debate was very simple. Open to the public or not open to the public. If you know the Calgrove area, you basically have Calgrove, a 4-lane designed for 6 lanes. It comes to the top, then there was a gate, and then you go down to this very residential 2-lane oak tree thing. What I found offensive, you as a taxpayer paid for a road, but a small group of residents were able to drive the road, come up to a gate, swipe it, and that's what offended you too. They would swipe the gate, they'd go around the gate, and then on their way. So someone that lived on this side of Calgrove had to drive Wally to Lyons and take 30 minutes to get over to Hart Junior High, and other people got a quick pass through. My position was that community was in an uproar. They were fighting with each other. Annette remembers it was like the Hatfield and McCoy fight, and my position was very clear. Either it's open, and this is the city attorney's opinion, and I said with the city attorney, you either open the road for all the public or you shut it down to all the public. But it shouldn't be that a small group of people have a benefit of a public road to go around it just to get on the other public road. And that's ultimately what the decision of the council was. Yes, sir.
My question was, would you vote today?
No, I made it clear to you, Annette, then that that was an issue that had to be decided by the community. And absolutely, unless that community brings it forward, I'm not bringing it forward. And I've been true to my word. In 12 years, you haven't heard me bring it up once. I've been consistent to you in that area. I've not brought it up one time in informal settings or formal. We made a decision. I've lived with it. Yes?
There was an email sent out to get $45,000 raised within 2 weeks for businesses to have a business-friendly city council.
Right. What you're actually looking at, it wasn't a letter that was sent out. They took it, they cut and pasted it. There was no amount on there, sir. You're looking at a blog that someone went and they added their own stuff to it. Someone brought it to my attention the other day. I did send out a campaign letter. If you don't know, probably in the history of Santa Clarita, I have been the most, by far, the most successful fundraiser. The last time I ran, I raised over $110,000. This time, because of the economy, I made a conscious decision not to ask. I usually raise my money a year in advance. So anyone that's been around knows that when I ran the first time, I raised 45, the next time 80, the next 110. I'm very successful raising money, also because I'm very successful within the Y Indian Guides, the church, very successful within Valencia Saugus High Schools. This time I made a conscious decision that the businesses were hurting, my friends were hurting. So recently, why did I have to change? Because this is unlike any of the other 5 campaigns I've been in. You have candidates that will say what they want when they want. You have people dropping anonymous stuff at doorsteps without saying who it is or who it's from. And so I said to my friend, I said, you can support me or not support me. And so I'm raising money. Will I raise 100 grand? No, I doubt I'll raise more than 30,000.
So was that second half of that correct?
What was
about,
the second?
was it for a business-friendly city council or not?
No. Let's be I was very specific in that letter. And I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, that's what I was going to clarify at first before you
businesses
interrupted
in there
me,
to give because
but you continue
when
to
you
talk.
have people that say what they want when they want, it frustrates me that when you have a hospital, your only hospital in the city of Santa Clarita, the only one we have. By the way, we just added a new medical facility out here. You have Mr. Ghani, Mr. Boydston that came out vociferously against it. I mean, Mr. Ghani lives right above the hospital. He was protecting his view, and he fought the hospital expansion. Yet, the other day in the signal debate, he closes with, we need a new city council because the emergency rooms are overcrowded. And I sat there, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So do you want someone that is going to say whatever they want to say, but ultimately they can say they're for overcrowded hospitals, but they fought the hospital? That's what I was saying, business friendly. You have to have someone in that office that says what they mean and is consistently follows through. You have people running right now, that's not the case.
That's all I was asking.
Okay.
But you didn't let me finish.
Tony.